In the kingdom of Umuri, nestled in the heart of Igbo land, Princess Adugo lived a life of luxury and comfort. She was the daughter of King Okoro, a just and fair ruler, loved by his people. Adugo's days were filled with sound of laughter and music, and she spent her time learning the ways of royalty and preparing for her future role as queen. But amidst all the opulence and grandeur, Adugo felt suffocated. She longed for freedom, for adventure, and for true love. She dreamt of meeting someone who would love her for who she was, and not just for her royal title. One day, while exploring the palace garden, Adugo stumbled upon a handsome young guard named Uche. He was kind, charming, and seemed to see beyond her royal title. As they talked, Adugo found herself feeling drawn to Uche in ways she had never had with any other man. As they spent more time together, Adugo and Uche's connection deepened. They shared secrets, laughter, and dreams. Adugo felt seen and heard by Uche in ways she never thought possible. But their love was forbidden. Uche was a god after all, and Adugo was a princess. They came from different worlds, and their love was doomed from the start. As Adugo and Uche continued to see each other in secret, they began to realize that their feeling for each other went beyond mere infatuation, and they were falling deeply and helplessly in love with each other. And so they decided to take a chance. They would marry in secret without the king's knowledge or approval. It was a risky move, but they were willing to take the chance, to follow their hearts and see where their love would lead. The day of the secret wedding arrived, and Adugo's heart was racing with excitement and nerves. Uche took her hand, his eyes locked on hers, and they exchanged vows in quiet, intimate ceremony. As they sealed their love with a kiss, Adugo felt a sense of freedom, of release that she had never felt before. She was finally her own person, making her own decision, living her own life. But the happiness was short-lived. As the day passed, Adugo began to notice strange look and whisper from the palace staff. It seems that their secret was not a secret at all, as they thought. And then one day, the king summoned Adugo to his chambers. His face was thunderous, his eyes blazing with anger. Adugo, my daughter, he thundered, what have you done? Adugo stood tall, her heart pounding in her chest. I have married the man I love, father, she said, her voice steady. The king's face turned red with rage. You have married a guard, his part, a commoner. You have disgraced our family, our kingdom. Adugo felt a surge of defiance. I have followed my heart, father, she said. I will not apologize for that. The king's anger seemed to boil over and he slammed his fist on the armrest of his throne. You will regret this, Adugo, he growled. You will regret the day you crossed me. And with that, he banished Adugo from the kingdom, forcing her to leave behind everything she had ever known. As Adugo and Uche made their way through the forest, they met with their unexpected surprise. A group of horsemen dressed in colors of neighboring kingdom emerged from the trees, and at their heads on a magnificent white stallion rode a man who looked uncannily like Uche. Brother, the man said, his voice looked commanding. I've seen you find yourself a wife. Uche's eyes narrowed. Kene, he said, what are you doing here? Kene smiled, his eyes glinting with amusement. I've come to take you home, brother, he said. You are needed in Asia. Adugo's eyes widened in shock as she looked at Uche. Asia, she repeated. But that's the kingdom to the east. Uche nodded, his face set in a firm line. I'm the prince of Asia, Adugo, he said, and I've been hiding in protecting my kingdom from those who seek to harm it. Adugo's mind was reeling with shock and confusion. She had married a prince, a future king, without even knowing it. She felt like that she was living a dream, fancy world where anything was possible. But she looked at Uche. She knew that she had a very big problem. Adugo's mind was struggling to wrap around the revelation. Kenneth spoke up again. Brother, we must return to Asia immediately, he said. The kingdom is in turmoil, and your presence is needed to quench the unrest. Uche nodded, his face set in a determined expression. I will come with you, he said, but Adugo must come with me too. Kenneth's eyes narrowed slightly. as he looked at Uche. I'm not sure that's a wise thing to do, brother, he said. The situation in Aza is delicate. I don't know if it's safe for a princess from a rival kingdom to be there. Uche cleaned his jaw in determination. Atugo is my wife, he said, and she'll be treated with the respect and dignity due to her position. Kenneth's expression softened slightly and he nodded. Very well, he said, but we must be careful. There are those in Asia who will not take kindly to a princess from Umuri being in our midst. As Kenneth turned to leave, Adogo felt a surge of transpiration. What was she getting herself into? She had married a prince without even knowing it, and now she was being swept into a world of politics and intrigue. But as she looked at Uche, she knew that she would follow him anywhere. She was his wife and would stand by him no matter what. Let's go, Uche said, offering Adugo his hand. Adugo took a deep breath and nodded. Together they followed Kene out of the forest and into the unknown. As they rode, Adugo couldn't help but wonder what lay ahead. Would she be accepted in Asia, or would she be seen as an outsider? And what about Uche's position as prince? Would she be expected to play a role in the kingdom politics? The question swindled in her mind, but one thing was certain. She was ready to face whatever challenge came her way, as long as Uche was by her side. So guys, what do you think is going to be Princess Adugo's fate in the kingdom of Asia? Do you think she's going to be accepted, or do you think she's going to be an outsider? Do well to drop your thoughts in the comment section, and do well to like, comment, and share this video. And also, don't forget to click the notification bell to know when part 2 is going to be dropping. See you. Bye bye.